welcome to the channel. Naturally, being my first episode, all of you will be new, so welcome. Please like and subscribe. My purpose here will be to, one, show you guys the journey of me turning my backyard into a food forest. I've got some pretty decent space back here, and I don't feel like it should be wasted with all things pretty. I feel like every square inch of the garden where I can combine comfort and aesthetic with delicious, healthy, beautiful food, that's what I'm going to do. So on today's episode, right now, I'm just separating some of my peppers here. These are mainly bell peppers and jalapenos. So some of them haven't sprouted at all, and then I've got some that have 2 in each slot. So just to make sure that I can keep these seedlings nice and healthy, I'm going to go ahead and separate them now before they get out of control. So just to give you guys a little bit of background about myself, I was a chef for about 16 years. I did go to culinary school, did the whole degree and internship. Went from culinary school to working at Ruth's Chris. Started on salads, eventually worked my way up the broiler. Interestingly enough, years before I ever went to culinary school, I was a sushi chef at 18 years old. Shout out to Jimmy Mees. But I was a busboy at that point in time. Always had an interest in working in the kitchen. And he took me seriously one day, told me to show up Saturday. So showed up an hour early. He didn't come until 11, told me to get there at 10. And then he taught me how to make sushi. And from there, it just kind of continued to develop into me thinking I was going to be a world-class chef one day. That's always the idea. It sounds wonderful until you actually put your knife on the chopping block to see that you have to really be about it to be a successful chef. It's a lot of hard work. It's super long hours. But anyway, so on my way out, it just wasn't fun anymore. It was just a task. It was no longer fun. Not being able to learn anything new or try anything different working in corporate restaurants, because the corporate ones will pay you, but they don't leave a whole lot of room for creativity. So I now work in IT, sort of. Currently developing those skills, but I do work from home. So, and we just bought this house, so the idea now is, now that I have the time and the space, and I can no longer express that creativity as a chef, as a profession, I'm going to take what I've learned and apply that to my own life at home. So an example, like I already make my own kombucha. Don't have any right now, but I definitely have my cultures over here, so I will be showing y'all those at some point in time. The only reason I don't make my own flour is because I don't have a tabletop grinder, or whatever you call it, a miller, a tabletop miller. But eventually I'd like to get my own space out here and make my own flour. I make my own bread. Stopped buying bread a long time ago. Just things of that nature, like anything that I can make my own, from backyard to table, farm to table. That's ultimately what I would like to be doing. So just to try to get as far away from the grocery store as possible in the aspect of living in America. You know, we don't have the cleanest food here. So I would like to be able to have access to as much clean and beautiful food as possible, stay as healthy as I can, but also still be able to enjoy that inner chef inside. That way I don't have to entirely, kill my dream of being a chef. I can still be an at-home chef and cook for my family and still do beautiful things and share those things with you guys eventually as well. So that's just pretty much what it's been for me. Over these last couple years, it's just understanding my place in life and exactly what it is that I want to do. And this is what I want to do. I want to grow my own food and provide for my community, be able to share these things with my family when we have get-togethers and stuff. You know, fresh fruit juices squeezed out the backyard and fresh salads. Like right now, we typically will buy like 2 to 3 containers of salad greens a week. And now that we've got our brown mustard greens and our oh my goodness, there's brown mustard greens, there's bok choy, and arugula. There's a lot of arugula outside, which is one of my favorite greens. So we do still sometimes have to get salad greens from the store, but it's gotten to a point now where most of our salad greens, being that it's February, can't grow anything else really helpful, like your tomatoes and stuff like that. But most of our salad greens right now are coming out of the backyard. A lot more peppery, way more flavorful. Of course, they do go bad a little faster because they're truly organic. So you do have to eat it relatively quickly once you harvest, but you know exactly what you're getting. I'm able to control the pest, I'm able to control the chemicals, and the flavor and the freshness are just completely unmatched. There's no comparison to going to the grocery store or sometimes even the farmer's market versus pulling it right out of your own backyard. You don't know how far away it came from, what it had to get through to get here. And you can just taste the difference. I mean, it's right there in the proof. You can see the difference. You can taste it. So I'm just going to be diligently working on making sure that throughout each year, I'm just learning more and getting better. I really hope to develop a solid community amongst you guys, because you know, I do watch YouTube. There are people that I do follow. Promise View Acres for one. Shout out to those guys. I learned a lot from them. And just to be able to put eyes on something that you can identify, you know, you can resonate with it, so it's a little bit easier to follow suit. And just to grow, you know, just to grow and hopefully be able to have my own little edible secret garden in my backyard. I mean, it's one thing to have like a bunch of plants and flowers everywhere, which is beautiful, don't get me wrong. I mean, because I will have flowers everywhere as well, like wildflowers and stuff like that. I've got like some honeysuckle and stuff going downstairs, but it's unmatched when you have a beautiful, colorful, lush garden. And not only is it pretty in your backyard, but you're providing for yourself. You're being a good steward to your family and to your land. And I think that there is no better combination than that. So that is what you guys will be witnessing over the course of time as I continue to develop and get everything together. I actually feel kind of bad because when we came into this house, there was so much stuff that was not properly done. There was a duck enclosure we had to tear down. We've already hauled 3 large cans of garbage out of here. There's tires, God, so many tires. They left so many tires. They repaired the deck before we moved in and threw all of the old wood out into the back of the yard. Just really didn't clean it at all. So we're now being responsible for cleaning up this mess, which put us back really far in terms of where we should be with our garden beds, our areas, just what we've already been growing. It really, really set us back. So we got a lot of that stuff cleaned up between July and November, because we did host Thanksgiving here, and I was not trying to bring my family into Sanford and Son. Hey, welcome to my house, guys, or a junkyard, whichever one you want to call it, because it looked like a straight up junkyard at first. So I'm gonna need another tag for Thai chilies. Looks like more of those grew than I expected. But yeah, so that really pushed us back. But you know, it's okay. It's just a part of the journey, and it kind of gave us a little bit more time to get ideas on how we wanted everything to be set up back there. And I will show you guys the space here soon. Once I get done transplanting these, let you guys see what it looks like outside and everything, give you an idea of what we're going to be building up for. But yeah, it just really stifled everything. So probably would have seen me a long time prior to now if we didn't have to switch gears and turn this immediately into a construction project, because that's exactly what it's been. But that is okay. We're here now. We're finally getting everything pulled together. You know, so these are Thai chilies and bell peppers. All of these peppers are gonna be in the same area anyway. And I'm gonna have like some flowers and some comfrey in between them too, so it doesn't really matter if they get a little mixed up. I'll know where all of my peppers are. They get the same treatment for the most part, so no big deal. I'm not gonna make a big hassle out of it. So these trays that I'm using, my wife got them from Amazon. The little bottom part, the green tray, it comes with a dome, and there's red and blue lights attached into the dome. So I'll show y'all those when I put those back on there. That's what these are starting in. Where I'm at in zone 7, it's time for around now to like do these, but it's been kind of unseasonably cold outside, and I don't want to kill any of my peppers because I use a lot of peppers in my cooking, so I need to make sure that I get as many of these as possible. So trying to make sure that they are comfortable until I can get them outside. My office is it's warm and it does get good sunlight, but they don't like the humidity in there at all. So I have to be careful. Try to make sure that I can cordon off separate environments for the different types of plants. Okay, so those are the jalapenos right there. Okay, so I can leave those where they are, and then I just need to spread out these last 4 right here. But anyway, yeah, so there will be a myriad of different things that you guys will get to experience me doing. I do know how to build, and I'm a chef by trade, as I said. So I will be doing some cooking with you guys. We'll be making some kombucha. We'll be making some fresh fruit juices. My wife bought a Namaje mixer. It is amazing. So we use it a lot. You guys will get to see a lot of the types of juices that I like to drink, especially during the summertime. I'm a little bit of a hefty guy, as you can see, so I try to do periods of fasting, just to try to keep myself clean, a little on the light side, because I used to party a lot in my 20s. And alcohol makes you fat, so I like to do a lot of fruit juice cleanses, things of that nature, just try to keep myself cleaned out, stay a little on the healthier side. So y'all will get to see a lot of the types of juices that I like to make on a regular basis, and I'll make sure that as I'm doing it, I go through why I'm making those particular blends. Not all juices are created equal. That does not look like a bell pepper. I don't know what that is. We're gonna put you in there anyway. I don't like to waste seedlings. This is the difficult, delicate part of the life cycle, and I want as many of them to survive as possible. My plants are like my babies. Like, I definitely have a sentient connection with everything that I grow. You can call it crazy or whatever, but I don't care what nobody says. Plants are sentient life, and I communicate with them. We talk, we have conversations, we make merry. It's almost like when you don't communicate with them, they don't do very well. Just like people. Gotta have that camaraderie. Alrighty. Alright, so I got all of my peppers transplanted. For now, we're gonna get these back downstairs, and I will show you guys everything else. Look at those peppers. So these are the red and blue light lids. Pretty cool. Oh yeah. So, welcome to my office. I'm not going to show it all to you because it is quite messy. Hello. So the only thing that I do in here is I guess you could say, germinate and winterize. I can't truly call it a winterize because we moved in the summer, and a lot of the bushes and trees are still in pots, and I didn't want to put anything outside and kill it, so most of the bushes and trees are still here. This is honeysuckle that you guys are looking at. There is two types of grapevines. That one's Concord Blue, and then there's another Niagara right here, and there's some raspberries and can't even remember. Oh, raspberries, blackberries. I've already got some summer squash and zucchini going back here. Some more bell peppers, some carrots that should have been outside, and a couple of other things. I do have a hydroponic table here, which you can see, but I did not set it up properly as far as the water and the solutions, so we're going to revisit that. As for now, I do not have an active hydroponic table. I mean, it's set up, it's there, it exists physically, but it is not, for the time being. We're gonna put that on the back burner. But yeah, this is where I do most of my seedlings. I'll house them in my office in here, and then as everything gets ready, we'll be taking it outside. So I will go ahead and show you guys what it looks like out there. It came this way, okay? Let's go take a look at the hoop house, shall we? Okay, welcome to where the magic will happen eventually. It is two things in here, very bright and very humid. So if it gets a little foggy, I do apologize. So this is our first and not our last hoop house. Those are a couple of herbs. The one on the left is oregano. I've got some mint over here. That was a tomato plant in the empty pot. And this one, what appears to be dead, is actually not. I do need to cut it back. I did check it. That is a bell pepper plant from last year, but it is still alive. It's got new leaves on it, so I'm gonna make sure that I get out here and do what I need to do to keep it going. We've got some garlic over here, all of these, and there's a lot more out in the open garden area, which we don't really use at the moment. A couple of collard greens. I'll be honest, a lot of what we planted died. So this is try number 2. We weren't doing any research or anything. So got some radishes here. In those 2 rows, that Italian parsley is actually from last year. So that made it through the winter. Here's some carrots. I have another, about this many more carrots inside that are germinating right now, so I'll have some more carrots out here. These green onions actually came with the house. I'll show you outside. There's an entire like little mini forest of green onions out here, so anybody that's nearby here very soon, if y'all need some green onions, come get at me. What is that in there? Looks like a roly-poly, maybe? I don't know. I'll let him have it. I just snatched a serrano plant out of here. So that's why that hole's there. That one was serrano. And there was another bell pepper plant right here that created those. This bed is the first bed. A lot of this is natural earth. So that's why there's like grass seed still in here. And the dandelions that are growing wild, which is okay because we do believe in using dandelion root. So I'm not really using this bed a lot right now, so dandelions for now, those are okay because I can actually use those. These are the brown mustard greens that I was telling you guys about that we've been harvesting for quite a few weeks now. My wife just came out and cut this one all the way down. We've got it in the refrigerator and stuff. It's very, very good. So this all will grow back. I know it looks really skimpy, but you guys will see here in the next couple weeks. these things explode. So those are the brown mustard greens. And here is our arugula. As you can see, there is a little forest of arugula right here. Looks like this one's already getting ready to go to seed, which is okay because this bed predominantly will just be for kale and arugula. There is some dinosaur kale right here. That's what that one is too in the back right there. But the rest of these all are arugula. We have like destroyed these. We've cut these down so many times. We have eaten so much of this arugula. There's arugula in the refrigerator right now. And as you can see, it does not stop. This does grow through the winter. Everything that I just showed you guys does grow through the winter. So the thought that you can't grow anything through the wintertime is definitely not true. There's a lot of things that you can't grow through the winter, obviously, but the thought that you can't grow anything is definitely not the case. So everything that is in here right now, with the exception of that really scraggly looking bell pepper plant that somehow survived, these are all things that will grow through the winter, including the Italian herbs, which is why they look so good. Because we are still getting some cold here in Georgia, but we're not the coldest state. So we have a pretty long grow season for most things. Here is the little patch of onions. I don't know if y'all can see those, but what looks like tall grass, that is all green onions. They had like a container of it, the previous homeowners, and I didn't realize that there were seedlings in there, so I kicked it out and spread this sand everywhere, and the end result was I turned this area inadvertently into a little patch of green onions. But that's cool because it's edible, right? That's the whole point. So I'll just leave that. And then in this little area right here behind me, that black strip, they planted strawberries before they moved out. None of them really died during the winter. We didn't get any fruit. I think they just planted them last year, so we didn't get any fruit from them. But they're all still there. So I have a pretty good inkling that there will be fruit. I picked some of these up and put them in the other greenhouse inside of one of the green stalk containers, and it's been flowering constantly. So I think they're ever-bearing strawberries. The ones that I got the first time were definitely June-bearing because I only got fruit once, but I think these are ever-bearing. I just don't think they were quite ready for fruit. So I definitely expect to see enormous production out of this strawberry patch because it goes all the way up to the fence back here. And then in the back, if y'all can see those are muscadine vines. Those were already here as well. I have to trellis those and cut them back to get those ready. I love muscadines. To anybody who lives in the South, y'all know that once they get going, you can pretty much let those things run for entirety as long as you kind of manage the vine. So there's another one up in the front as well. So we're definitely going to keep all of those. I think I'm going to move the other muscadine vine in the front back here with the rest of those and just trellis them all together since I've got the Niagara and the Concord grapes that I'll have to be managing here soon. So this is one other area. This bok choy has been so gracious to us. We've eaten so much of it, and I'm just going to let it flower and hope it continues to seed here because I did not plant this. There was one here, and there were a couple more that popped up right here outside of these green onions, which were already here as well. So I do expect that to come back, but absolutely delicious bok choy. Did not grow it, it was already there. But we've harvested a lot of it too. Oh, actually, here are the stems. Yeah, so the stems are there. I'm gonna let those be, just in case those grow back. Now that I'm remembering, I actually cut those back myself. So those will grow back. There's more garlic grown over here that I planted randomly. So there's like a whole bunch of garlic over here. This whole area will be raised beds. And then on these two sides over here with the pool covers, I'm pulling back all the leaves to generate my own soil. So typically it takes like a year, but this one over here is an actual pool liner, and it only took a few months. I went and lifted it a few weeks ago to rake some more of the leaves back, and it was just beautiful black dirt, no grass, You couldn't see the red clay up underneath it, so I'm going to continue to pull that down, try to develop some of this soil down here to kind of cut back on costs, because soil can get expensive. Let me see. Got some rosemary. That's all rosemary bush. There's some sage down here that I did not grow either, but I am going to maintain it, keep it alive. Here's the other muscadine vine, looking real sick. It was wrapped up in this sheet, which I need to get rid of. But it was wrapped up in this sheet. They left it in a wheelbarrow. I didn't even know it was alive, but a couple grapes grew on it. And then it had some leaves on it before it got cold, so I put it back down in the ground. That's the one I'm going to move. And then I don't know what I'm going to do with this area up here yet, but this is the grow area essentially that I'll be working with. That's the hoop house that we came out of. That's the greenhouse. I still got to get some things cleared out of there. But yeah, once we get the previous owner's junkyard from behind the house, we'll get our pergola and everything up. So we'll have our chill area, and then the grow area will be situated. That's the tour that you're getting for now. I don't want to show anything else, but this is the area mainly that you guys will be seeing me working out of. And I definitely look forward to the insight, positive, negative, whatever, because y'all be talking crazy on YouTube. So I'm definitely ready for it. But definitely looking forward to sharing this journey with you guys as things continue to develop. And as I learn and screw up and conquer and triumph and sometimes cry, because I am sensitive about my product. Don't judge me. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. I'm definitely excited to continue doing this. I've got everything that I need for the most part. We'll see how terrible this video is, and I'll build off of that. But my name is Earl. It's been a pleasure to record this first episode for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see y'all on the next episode.